Hello and welcome to Willie T. Barnett Field, where we have the Tom Sox taking on the Woodstock River Bandits. And a huge matchup for Tom Sox. Tom Sox now, after last night's doubleheader sweep over the Harrisburg Turks with 2 walk-off home runs, 1 inning in 7th inning and 1 inning in the 9th. The Sox now in a 3-way tie for first place in the division with the Waynesboro Generals and Harrisburg Turks. And with the win here, the Turks and the Generals both play tonight, but a win here puts Tom Sox in a good situation. Destiny, I mean, we saw that.
All right, Tom Sox fans, let's play ball.
I'm Tucker Myers alongside Destiny Sanchez on the call. Destiny, we saw yesterday Tom Sox. They were great for most of those doubleheader games against the Harrisburg Turks. So what do we have to see again for the Tom Sox to have success?
Absolutely. I think the last 2 games we had is exactly what I want to see tonight. The Bats got off early yesterday. I believe it was in the 2nd or 3rd inning. In the first game, they scored 4 runs right away. I really think that's what the Tom Sox, again, need to do. And they've been doing. They've been continuously, I think the second half of the season, they've been able to get the Bats going early, setting the tone for the game, and then maintaining that lead. The second game yesterday was close. Both games yesterday got close towards the end, but then we were able to pull through. I think really when it comes down to the end of the season, it's whoever is going to have that final push to win games.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, the Tom Sox, the hottest team in baseball, 6-game win streak. That's the most in the league currently. As mentioned before, this is a good game for the Sox can take over first place. They have a good shot right now. I mean, if you look at the past for the Sox against these North Division opponents, like the Woodstock River Bandits, they're 8-3. Now, the last time these 2 teams did meet, it was a 1-0 win for the River Bandits. So, I mean, Tom Sox in that game, they struggled to get base hits. And as you mentioned, we've seen a bunch of times where the Sox have been able to get hot. And it's been, especially with those base hits, last 3 games they've had double-digit hits. I mean, you got to go back to that.
Yeah, I think what happened against the River Bandits the last time, hopefully it won't happen this time. Like I said, when it comes to this point of the season, you can't just, be chipping away. You need to get the runs really, early and, get on base to eventually come home. It's not, if you are just scoring 1 run a game, it's not going to cut it towards the end, I don't think.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's take you down. Let's break down the lineups now for the Tom Sox in the outfield. It's taking you on the mound will be Emmett Bice, making another start for him. Last time he did start was against the Woodstock River Bandits. He gets another chance to show out today. Catching balls for him will be Nicholas Erickson. And then at first, let's go in the infield. At first base will be Carter Cunningham. Second base, Gavin Abrams. Third base, Christian Martin. At shortstop, will be Kyle Edwards. And in the outfield, going from left to right, will be Logan Amos, Matthew Vervesk, and Calvin Alexander. And now we get set to play ball. RJ Stinson for the River Bandits will be first to bat. Stinson on the air. He's batting .269. He leads the team with 32 hits and 18 walks. First pitch now by Emmett Bice. Down low in the strike zone for strike 1. Bice now with the windup. Second pitch. Breaking ball right down Broadway. Make the count 0-2 now against Stinson. Bice now looking to get out this count quick, but that'd be foul tip by Stinson. For an extra pitch for Bice, as Stinson tries to get back in his count. Right now, though, for Bice, he looks like he's pitching with a lot of confidence. A lot of times we see with these pitchers, they start off slow, but Bice has come to play right away. Fourth pitch coming now. Stinson hits a shot to left field, but will be handled by Logan Amos for out number 1.
I've been loving to see the progression of Emmett Bice from the beginning of the season to now. He definitely has a little more command over his pitches as the season gone on.
For sure, for sure. I mean, this year, pitching a 2.66 ERA. In the beginning of the season, a lot of it was up and down season for pitching for the Sox, but he's been now one of the more productive pitchers on the mound for the team. First pitch now to Kyle Ashworth for the River Bandits. That's going to be another strike for Bice. 5 pitches, 5 strikes already. Second pitch incoming. Breaking ball there. But it will be called a ball. One's across the board now. Pitch coming. That's going to be a shot, and it's going to go right past Gavin Abrams. And Ashworth will get the batting going for the Riverbands early with a single.
Batting for Woodstock from Miami, the first baseman, number 29,
Up
Renzo
next now
Gonzalez.
for the Riverbands will be Renzo Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the season, a .312 batting average. He's 4th in the North Division. Definitely one of the better batters getting contact-wise in the Valley Baseball League, and he has shown it for much of the season. First pitch incoming, down low and inside for Bice for ball number 1. Gonzalez hails from Miami, Florida, and you guessed what college he went to, Miami. 1-0 count now for Bice. Wind up incoming. That one's fouled away. 1-1 count. Runner on first after the Ashworth single that rolled from the infield and it rolled to the right field. Bice now looks on to Ashworth. 1-1 pitch, or 1-1 count. Pitch incoming. That one's a shot deep to left field, and it's going to go over the head of Logan Amos. And that's going to, and they're going to turn all the way home now as Ashworth, and he's going to slide home for style points to put the Riverbands on the board early. A stand-up double for Renzo Gonzalez. I mean, like I mentioned before, he can make contact, but that was a deep shot for him.
Batting for
And allowed
Woodstock,
Ashworth to get
the third
home.
baseman from Winthrop, number
Just
31,
right
Jack
over
Spike.
Amos's head right there. Good start for the River Bandits.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, looked like Amos had a chance to get underneath it, but I mean, ball just kept floating in the air, and Amos was not able to track that one down the way he did against Stinson. Bice now working under pressure with 1 out, runner on second, and already giving up that run. As Jack Spike comes up to the plate, first pitch will be a ball. Battle of the Spikes to a degree with Jack Spike for the River Bandits. At third base, our Garrett Spikes will be at the DH, which we will get to in the bottom half of the inning. 1-0 pitched from Bice inside on Spike for a 2-0 now. Pitch incoming. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Now 2-1 count. Gonzalez gets a lead off. Bice watching him. Pitch now. That's in there for a strike. 2-2 count now.
One great testament for pitchers is, if you have something like a double happen, how do they respond after it? And it seems like Bice is responding pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, having that kind of pressure on him after the double and giving up the run. I mean, he's worked back in his count after being down 2-0. Or excuse me, he was down 1-0. That pitch now down low will be a full count for Bice.
3-2.
There is an empty base at first, so if there is a walk here, Gonzalez will not advance unless it is a pass ball. Full count pitch incoming now. Breaking ball just a bit inside. Spike will get on base with a walk, putting runners on first and second now.
Batting for Woodstock, the center fielder
Galvin.
from Miami-Dade Kendall, number 12, Max Galvin.
Max Galvin on the year. I mean, for him at Bice, he's just trying to get his momentum back, but Max Galvin leads the team batting average at 370. He's not qualified yet for it at the top of the league just because he hasn't played enough games. He's only played 11 on the season. This is his 12th. Bice now down 1-0 in the count. pitch incoming. It's going to be a chopper to Carter Cunningham at first. He was a step on the back. Try to get the tag out second as well, but not quick enough there. 2 away now.
Batting for Woodstock, the second baseman from Miami, number 28, Jacoby Long.
Got another Miami Hurricane now in the batter's box, and Jacoby Long. Vice now working with runners on second and third. 2 runners in scoring position. Does not want to give up any more runs before the Sox can even get up to the plate. First pitch now on the way. Breaking ball outside for ball number 1. And Vice, we talked about it. Hot in the beginning. Now he's starting to cool down a little after that RBI double as well. That's a popper to center field, but it will be handled shortly.
For Woodstock in the first, there was 1 run. There were 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. After 1 half inning of play, the score is Woodstock 1. Here are Tom Sox coming to bat.
River Bandits strike first, though. River Bandits up.
Well,
1-0.
fans, after entertaining our fans for 2 games yesterday. No matter how charismatic the mascot may be, and no matter how captivating his performance may be, please do not feed the mascot. Again, fans, please do not feed the mascot. Thank you.
In the field, Christian Gordon's on the mound. His last start, again, against the Tom Sox. We have 2 pitches going back and forth now. He was the pitcher in that game. He gave up the only 2 hits against the Tom Sox, but the Tom Sox were able to get anything else on the board for them. He's on the mound. He's going to be pitching Justin Walks. Going through the infield, at first base will be Renzo Gonzalez. Second base will be Jacoby Long. At third base will be Jack Spike, and then Frankie Ritter at the shortstop position. And going from left to right in the outfield will be RJ Stinson, Max Galvin, and Tomas Sanchez. And now let's quickly go through the Tom Sox batting order. Christian Martin will be the leadoff batter, followed by Carter Cunningham, Calvin Alexander, Logan Amos, Kyle Edwards, Matthew Prevesque with the 6, Nicholas Erickson, Garrett Spikes at DH, and then Gavin Abrams rounding it out for the batting order. As we talked about it at the beginning, Tom Sox bats have been rolling. 3 straight games now with double-digit hits.
Leading off for your
I
Tom
think
Sox,
the important part for the Tom Sox is to get the bats going early to set the tone for the rest of the game. They let up 1 run last half inning, so hopefully they can turn it around and respond in this inning.
Yep, last time these 2 teams faced, a 1-0 shutout win for the River Bandits. Christian Gordon now looks on, getting ready for the first pitch against Christian Martin. That one is a chopper to first, but it will be handled by Gonzalez. No, he bobbled it last second, but he did step on the bag in time. It's going to be a 1-pitch out.
Batting for your Tom Sox, the first baseman from East Carolina, number 27, Carter Cunningham.
Carter Cunningham now up to the plate. Cunningham's been one of the hottest batters for the Tom Sox since he's entered the team, batting at a .412 batting average. Looking to get some offense going for the Sox. That curveball by Gordon is in for strike 1. Oh, what? Gordon wind up coming. Carter Cunningham fouls that away into the parking lot area. quickly already down 0-2. Gordon working a little bit quicker. Breaking ball there, just high. Now 1-2 count.
Carter Cunningham is up there for a batting average at a .412. He's been a powerhouse hitter for the Sox this season so far.
Most definitely. I mean, we've seen the kind of power he can have, and we've also been able to see him hit the ball in just areas where the outfielders just, weren't there. I mean, just the kind of control he's having his contact hits have been great. 2-2 pitch coming out. Carter Cunningham said to strike into right field, but it will go foul out of play. As he will continue this pitching battle. 6th pitch now coming for Gordon. The windup, the release. Cunningham hits a deep shot into center field, or to right center field, and it will be handled by Tomas Sanchez. Max Galvin is also in that vicinity, but Sanchez had the better play on it. As now Calvin Alexander, the catcher, or not the catcher today, the right fielder today, coming up to the plate.
Calvin also having a great season. With his short time, he came a little later.
As that first pitch fouled away.
That foul ball was sponsored by the Newhouse Company.
Yeah, you definitely hit on that. Calvin Alexander, in his first few games, he struggled. He went hitless, and then in that Charlottesville doubleheader, he went 4 for 7 those 2 games. And since then, in the 3 games after, has hit a home run in each of those games. So since he's been inserted into that starting lineup, he's been a big factor for them. So that will be foul tipped. Alexander now down 0-2 quickly with 2 outs away. Gordon has a chance to get out of this inning quick. Getting batters down 1-2-3. Here comes the pitch, 0-2. That one. It's going to be rolled just inside. Don't think Gordon liked that one. He was walking off the mound to the dugout.
KJ's teammates with a player who just left us to go to, he was just drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers, Satchel Norman.
There's that pitch there. In the dirt. As Walks could not handle that one. Yeah, Calvin and Satchel Norman both attend Florida Southwestern State. Satchel drafted in the 15th round to the Brewers. A huge moment for the Tom Sox. So that's going to be a strike there by Alexander, but it will go foul into the River Bandit bullpen. Oh, that's what I was just talking about. 2-2 count coming for Gordon. The wind-up in the release there. He's going to ring Alexander out. 1-2-3 inning for Gordon. His hot streak against the Sox continues. Sox still trail in this one, 1-0, as we enter the top of the 2nd inning. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball. Welcome back to Tom Sox Baseball as they play a postponed second leg of a doubleheader against the River Bandits. This game will be 7 innings long. And the River Bandits so far in this one started off hot, up 1-0 off a Renzo Gonzalez RBI double to send Kyle Ashworth home. For the River Bandits will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. And Tomas Sanchez, Justin Walks, and Frankie Ritter rounding it out. The batting order for the River Bandits. Emmett Bice, we talked about last inning, started hot, kind of cooled off in the end, giving up the single to Ashworth and then the RBI double, and then those pitch counts went longer for him.
Yeah, hopefully Bice can turn it around this inning.
First pitch now, and coming to Sanchez will be down low for ball number 1. Second pitch now will be foul tipped by Sanchez. It's even a count of 1-1.
That foul ball was sponsored by A&M Maintenance Crew.
Sanchez on the year. Oh, he's walking back to the dugout.
Putting some tar on his bat.
Yep. Might have slipped there. Might have been the reason why he had trouble getting contact on that ball there, foul tipping it away. Sanchez on the season. He leads the team in home runs and RBIs, hitting 6 homers with 20 runs batted in. He is second in the North Division in home runs. It's definitely a power hitter that can put runs up for the River Bandits. 1-1 pitch now to Bison. That's a deep shot into center field to Prevesk. He's tracking it, and that's out of here. A solo shot home run to lead off the second inning for the River Bandits as Tomas Sanchez puts a score now 2-0 for the Woodstock River Bandits.
What a classic home run right there. Sanchez from DeWitt, Virginia, goes to Texas Wesleyan.
Woodstock, the catcher from
You said it, he's leading the team in home runs. He proved it right there.
Yeah, now he leads the team in home runs with 7 and 21 RBIs. As Justin Walks now takes that first pitch. Not as deep, and it will be handled by Matthew Prevesk. Calvin Alexander was also there. But either way, Prevesk handles it in for out number 1 after the Tomas Sanchez home run. Now up to plate will be the shortstop, Frankie Ritter. River Bandits up 2-0. Bice first pitch coming. That one high and inside for ball number 1. Second pitch now. Bice working quick, and that's going to be fouled. It's going to hit the mask of Erickson. Home plate ump checks up on him real quick just to make sure nothing too serious happened. Took a massive shot there. 1-1 pitch. Bice working even quicker now. And that's going to be a pop shot. But it will be handled by Gavin Abrams for the flyout for out number 2. Now, top of the order for the River Bandits will come back with R.J. Stinson coming back. Stinson in that first inning was put out with a line out to Logan Amos in left field. First pitch there by Bice, just high for ball number 1.
This inning going a lot faster than the previous.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with just how quick Bice has been working. That ball high once again for ball number 2. Bice pitch there. That's in the strike zone. Off a fastball. Puts count 2-1. Bice once again. That one fouled away by Stinson. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are empty. So no one's been able to have really any chance of getting a base hit other than a Sanchez home run. That pitch there though called down low to make it a full count now. Bice not thinking about it, throws that pitch. That one's on the outside. Will walk Stinson to put a runner on first base.
Batting for Woodstock, designated hitter number 5, Kyle Ashworth.
The DH now, Kyle Ashworth, comes back up to the plate, hitting that single that rolled past Gavin Abrams into right field. And he ended up scoring from first and ran all the way home off the RBI double in the first inning. That pitch there by Bice, in for strike one, bottom corner. Bice takes a look at Stinson. Pitch coming, fouled away by Ashworth.
That foul ball was sponsored by First Heritage Mortgage.
Bice now taking a little bit more time, kicking up the dirt on the plate, on the mound. 0-2 pitch now coming. Ashworth there. Check swing, but the upset he went. Home plate upset he went. That's strike number 3. Bice gets out of the inning, sadly gives up that Sanchez home run in the center field to start off the second inning. Tom Sox now trail 2-0 and look to get the runs going in the bottom half. You are listening to Tom Sox Baseball. Welcome back. Once again to Willie T. Barnett Field, bottom half of the second inning incoming. River Bandits put up runs quickly. First inning with an RBI double by Renzo Gonzalez, and then a home run shot by Tomas Sanchez. Puts the River Bandits up 2-0 early against the Tom Sox. Tom Sox in the last inning, 1-2-3. And Christian Gordon, who's had a lot of success pitching against the Tom Sox, having success once again early on.
Number 32, Logan Amos.
Logan Amos now enters the batter's box for the Sox. Still looking for their first hit. You know, down 2-0, you got to find a way to generate offense right now, whether it be just getting a hit or getting a walk. Just needs something. That first pitch there, high and inside to Amos for ball number 1.
Christian Gordon attends State College of Florida, Manatee, Sarasota. He's from Monroe, Virginia, so he's in his home state.
Had a ways to travel down there, Florida, but now 2-0 count. It's Gordon. That pitch there, again, inside for him, and now Amos up 3-0 in the count. Tom Sox looking for their first base runner on the day. But that one is in there for Gordon for strike number 1.
Gordon with the River Bandits this season has had 3 wins and 1 loss on the mound.
That one there, outside for Amos, and there's the base runner that Tom Sox has been looking for. Still early in this game, but I mean, you don't want this game to get any worse when you're the Sox. Shortstop now, Kyle Edwards will come up to play. Kyle Edwards has been one of the more consistent hitters for the Tom Sox. Only hitting .232 in a year, but I mean, when the Tom Sox have needed offense, he's been the guy to deliver it.
Absolutely. He gets on base and he steals bases. He's fast.
Yeah, for sure. That one in there for Gordon for strike number 1. Edwards has generally been in that 9 spot. Now he got moved up in the lineup to the 5 spot. So that one is high for Gordon to make the count 1-1. Gordon looks at Amos at first. Pitch now coming. Fouled away by Kyle Edwards.
Edwards with 33 games on the season. He's had 26 hits, 6 of them being doubles and 1 triple.
Yeah, you mentioned him being fast. I mean, that's how you get those extra base hits. And I mean, that's going to help the Sox in the long run, just getting, just getting contact with the ball and being able to get around the bases as fast as he can get. And you touched on too his stolen bases. He's a threat when he gets on base, and that's what the Tom Sox are looking to do right now. 1-2 pitch coming. Gordon, that's high. Justin Walks had to extend his arm fully to get that one.
Speaking of stolen bases, he's had 11 so far this season.
2-2 pitch now to Edwards. That one. Swings on that one, but it will be foul tipped to extend the at-bat. Edwards steps back in the batter's box after taking a second to regroup. 2-2 pitch for Gordon. That one almost hits Edwards in the head. He has to duck for that one to put the count full at 3-2. Looking at first, Gordon is, and Amos not taking a huge lead. Pitch now. Edwards gets contact and it rolls past. Jack Spike goes into the left field, and that's going to be a single for Edwards. Puts 2 runners on base for Sox. Entering this inning, Sox Center Reds now have 2 right away. Matthew Pervesk now coming up to the plate. Got a runner in scoring position along with Kyle Edwards on first. Pitch coming now, fouled away by Pervesk into the bleachers.
Pervesk, one of the many players on the Tom Sox from University of Florida. 2 currently. We had 3 in the beginning.
Yeah, Tom Sox seem to have a good relationship with other colleges. We've seen that a lot with East Carolina, VCU. I mean, a lot of those kind of teams, and brings a whole new dynamic of the chemistry. Pervesk there fouls that one away. 0-2 count. Now, Gordon continues to look at Amos, make sure he doesn't run. Pervesk looks like he checked his swing there, but he somehow made contact with it and it was fouled away. That extends his at-bat now. With Gordon rolling. Three foul balls now for Pervesk. Gordon calls time there. Take a step off the mound. He re-enters the mound, looks back at Amos. That pitch, outside and high. Push the count to 1-2. Gordon into his wind-up pitch incoming. And that will be the 4th foul ball of this at-bat.
Staying alive.
That ball was sponsored by
That's what you got to do if you want to get on base sometimes. One-two count. 6 pitch incoming for Gordon. Pervesk making him work for it. That one, he check swings there. Whole plate ump says he goes. That's strike number 3. Gordon sends Matthew Pervesk down.
The catcher from Virginia,
it's going to be Gordon's second strikeout of the day. The catcher, Nicholas Erickson, walks up to face Christian Gordon now.
Erickson from VCU, one of, again, many players from VCU on the Tom Sox, and he's from Richmond, Virginia.
That's right where VCU's at.
Seems like he likes to stay local.
That one's a swing and a miss for Erickson to start this at bat. 0-1 count. Erickson, his last He's got a hit in his last 3 games he's played. Has played sparingly. I mean, July 4th, July 18th, July 20th were his last 3 games, but he's definitely gotten on base a bunch of times. He swings that one looking. That was a high velocity pitch by Gordon, and it goes right by him for strike number 2. Erickson in the July 20th game against Stanton Braves had a home run and 3 RBIs. And against the Harrisonburg Turks, which was the Tom Sox first win at Veterans Memorial Park, he went 3 for 3 and had 2 walks. Pitch coming, and it's going to ring Erickson up for strike number 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gordon. You know, with a runner on first and second, giving up 2 leadoff hits. Gordon has definitely regrouped, setting down back-to-back batters.
Absolutely, and that's the type of discipline you need as a pitcher. You know, you get in a little bit of a slump, you got to just lock back in, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Designated hitter Garrett spikes, and that's going to hit the bottom corner for strike number 1. Tom Sox threw a little curveball in last night's second game in a doubleheader, with Garrett Spikes coming in the pitch. Even got the win, thanks to the Gavin Abrams walk-off home run.
Looking at Spikes' stat sheet, and there's now pitching on his name.
Spikes there. Hits the grounder right to the second baseman, Jacoby Long, and he tosses it to Frankie Ritter, the shortstop, for the 3rd out. Tom Sox get runners on first and second, but unable to make anything happen on the scoreboard. They still trail 2-0. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball. We're back here at Willie T. Barnett Field. The Tom Sox trailed this one 2-0. An RBI double in the first inning for Renzo Gonzalez, and that solo shot to start the top of the second inning for Tomas Sanchez. As now the aforementioned Gonzalez will come back up to the plate, looking to put more runs on the board for the River Bandits.
29, Renzo Gonzalez.
Yeah, we talked about in the beginning of the broadcast, Tom Sox in a 3-way tie for first, but the River Bandits also being at the top of their division, it's always going to be a tough out with them. As Gonzalez takes the first pitch, and it will be a popper to the second baseman Gavin Abrams for out number 1 to start the top of the 3rd.
Batting for Woodstock, third baseman number 31, Jack Spike.
Jack Spike now, the third baseman, comes up to the plate.
Jack Spike lives in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and goes to Winthrop.
First pitch there for Bice, in for strike number 1. Spike and the River Bandits played last night. Spike hit a solo shot home run. Right there, though, off balance, swings through that one.
Kind of ironic how Garrett Spikes of the Tom Sox is also from Georgia. Jack Spike.
That's a very good touch to that. Spike there, that shot. It's going to be stopped by Kyle Edwards. Turnaround play there. Throw on to Carter Cunningham is in time. What a play there by Kyle Edwards. That shot looked like it was gonna go
Batting
into
for
the
Woodstock
outfield.
center fielder, number 12,
Edwards
Max
makes
Galvin.
a flashy play at the shortstop position.
Kyle Edwards consistently likes to make those flashy plays.
Yeah, and you mentioned his speed too. Yeah, that came in handy right there. Max Galvin comes up to the plate to center fielder. Bice throws that one in for strike number 1. Bice working quick once again. Swing and a miss for Galvin. He's quickly down 0-2. And with 2 away, Bice is looking to have his first scoreless inning. But he will have to wait there as Galvin will take that pitch into right field for a single.
Saw Emmett Bice saying, my bad to Erickson. Probably
Batting
just
for Woodstock,
a mistake.
the second
pitch
baseman,
right
number
there.
28, Jacoby
Yeah,
Long.
maybe he misplaced the pitch or just some sort of miscommunication. Maybe communication is so key between the pitcher and catcher. Jacoby Long comes up now. He's going to send a surprising bunt down. I mean, he has the speed to get there, but with 2 outs, I mean,
2 outs and a runner on first.
you want to advance that runner for sure, but with a bunt there, I mean, he could be thrown out at first. Maybe he's trying to fake out the infield, try to have him creep in a little bit more to get him out of position. 0-1. He's going to take that one into center field, where it will be handled by Pervesk for out number 3. For the River Bandits, first scoreless inning of the day for them. They still are up in this one, 2-0 over Tom Sox. Tom Sox still looking to get some offense. We will see what they can do in the bottom of the 3rd. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball. Welcome back to Tom Sox Baseball, up against the River Bandits after a postponed doubleheader. Once again, this game will be 7 innings, and we're already through 2.5 innings as we enter the bottom of the 3rd. Tom Sox up to plate once again. Only 1 hit registered so far. They got to generate that offense. Left 2 runners on base. Last inning did get some of that offense rolling, but just couldn't get anything going. But hey, I mean, you want offense. I mean, looking at yesterday's game, Gavin Abrams hit that walk-off homer, and he's up now, the 9-hole hitter.
Yeah, that was a beautiful home run. His first home run of the season. The whole team got very hyped for him. He's been a very strong offensive player this entire season, so it was great to see him win the game last night.
Chris Gordon, first pitch, outside there, ball number 1. Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, Gavin Abrams, when that ball went off the bat, you could just tell everybody in the stands knew, everybody in the dugout knew that ball was gone. Second pitch there, high for Gordon, trying to get that breaking ball in, but unable to in his first 2 pitches. 2-0 count. I'd say it's safe to say Abrams will not hit a walk-off home run this time, but I think Tom Sox just want him to get on base and ready to kind of get that offense going. Third pitch there, that's going to go in for Gordon. Fastball gets in the bottom corner for strike number 1. Gordon again. Fastball too quick for Abrams. Goes by him as he swings through it. 2-2 count. Gordon already going again. And that Abrams going to swing through that once again. Did not like that one. Either way, though, it doesn't matter. Will be strike number 3 and 1 out for Christian Gordon and the River Bandits. Christian Martin playing third base today comes up to the plate.
Another player that, since he came to the Tom Sox, very strong offensively.
Yep. First pitch there, and for Gordon. He's been strong offensively. He has 3 homers on the season. He's also been very strong defensively. I mean, he's been one of the better fielders for the team. That pitch there for Gordon is high. Make the count 1-1.
He attends Virginia Tech, where there's a lot of good talent on their baseball team.
1-1 pitch coming now. Outside for ball number 2.
Last year, Jack Hurley, who was a star in Virginia Tech this season, was on the Tom Sox.
Good little tidbit there. That one there squeaks in the strike zone with a fastball for Gordon. 2-2 count against Christian Martin. Gordon out pitch. Martin has to foul that one away. Helmet comes up a little bit. Has to put it down as he steps back in. Two-two pitch. Gordon coming and Martin. Martin's going to hit a shot deep into center field to Max Galvin. Galvin will get underneath it though for the second out of the inning.
Batting for your Tom Sox, first baseman number 27, Carter Cunningham.
Looking at the Tom Sox stats, Christian Martin is one of the top hitters, but the top hitter, according to the batting average, is Carter Cunningham. He's up next.
Attends East Carolina University, one of the 3.
First pitch there for Gordon, that curveball gets down in the bottom of the strike zone for strike number 1. Gordon working quick. That one outside. I mean, we have 2 pitchers that are just working so quick right now in Bison Gordon. Not having much time to really breathe. Gordon now pitch. It's going to be a short chopper to the second baseman, Jacoby Long. He's going to throw on to the first baseman, Renzo Gonzalez, and it will be in time to get Carter Cunningham out. Tom Sox there getting no hits, no runners on base. River Bandits still control this one, heading into the top of the 4th inning. River Bandits lead this one 2-0. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball. Back once again here at Willie T. Barnett Field. Tom Sox trail this one 2-0. Entering the top of the 4th inning, River Bandits up next to bat. Bice still remains on the mound, has been quick pitching. Struck out a batter so far, but he's walked 2. And he's given up those 2 runs.
Leading off for Woodstock, the right fielder number 18, Tomas Sanchez.
Tomas Sanchez now comes back up to the plate. I mean, this is a similar situation that we saw in the 2nd inning with the 7, 8, 9 hitters up to the plate. And Sanchez last time hit that home run to put the Riverbeds up 2-0. That first pitch there, though, will be fouled away Bice up in the count now, 0-1. Second pitch incoming for Bice. That one will be fouled away. Again for Sanchez. Unable to get really solid contact against Bice early in his at-bat after hitting a moonshot into center field. 0-2 pitch incoming. That one will be a shot down at third baseline, but will roll foul. 3 foul balls now for Sanchez in this at bat. Sanchez steps out of the batter's box, back in. 0-2 pitch coming for Bice. That one, another good contact for Sanchez that will drop down. And he's going to turn 2. And the ball is still against the wall. The relay throw finally comes in, but it will not matter. Sanchez up with a stand-up double
the catcher, number 22,
to start the River Bandits offense in the 4th.
Just right in the gap in that outfield. A little tough for Amos and Perves to get to before it hit the wall.
Yeah, it's just too much for, just a little bit too high for Edwards. I mean, been a great spot for him, great contact. Now up to the plate will be the catcher, Justin Walks. He swings through that one for strike number 1. A good breaking ball for Bice. A 0-1 pitch for Bice. He looks back at Sanchez, and that one's going to hit Walks right in the knee. That did not look pretty for him. Felt that one as he trots to first base. Other way than now for the River Bandits. Puts runners on first and second with their 2-0 lead with Frankie Ritter now, the shortstop, coming up to the plate. And then Ritter and their last game, they routed the Newmarket. The River Bandits routed the Newmarket Rebels 15-2 in 7 innings, and Ritter had 3 RBIs in that one. That one though for Bice, in for strike number 1.
Ritter from Shenandoah University and resides in Stevens City, Virginia. A lot of Virginians on this River Bandits roster.
Also attended Charlottesville High School. I know that because I'm also from Stevens City. So nice little reunion there. That pitch there, though, will be a ball as Erickson has to get up to make sure no runners advance. As the pitch was in the dirt, good stop there for Erickson. 1-1 count for Bice. Ritter looking to bunt, but Sanchez will take off anyway, and he is there. The throw from Erickson to Martin not in time. Good speed there for Sanchez, and a smart heads-up play for him as well.
Definitely smart base running right there. Throws a little too high.
I think Erickson might have thought that he would have stayed at second, just like Walks stayed at first, but Sanchez kept going and was able to slide safely into third. Now you got a runner on third with no outs and a 2-1 pitch count. Ritter there. That one will be fouled away over the press box to make it a 2-2 count.
Sponsored by First Heritage Mortgage.
Tucker, you see anyone warming up in the bullpen for the Sox?
I do not yet. Still kind of quiet. I mean, Bice has worked solidly so far, but now he's in a little bit of a predicament for him. 2-2 count incoming. That one inside. As Ritter has to move a little bit backwards for safety. Moves the count to full. Bice now in a dangerous position with runners on the corners. And a full count. As Walks there will take off, but it does not matter because Ritter will take ball number 4. Now the bases are loaded, and the leadoff hitter, R.J. Stinson, is back.
Fielder number 6, R.J. Stinson.
At the plate, there will be a quick little mound visit for the Tom Sox. trying to
Just a reminder, fans,
calm
nothing
Emmett Bice
enhances
down. I
your
mean, right now he's in a very
experience.
tough spot with
Quite
bases
like
loaded,
participating in the
no outs, and
50-50
Tom Sox are down 2-0. You don't want any more damage to happen in his inning.
Definitely not. You definitely want to try and keep that strike zone tight. Hopefully to strike out the batters. If you could let up one run, that's all right, but you definitely don't want much more than that.
I mean, we've seen the Tom Sox really explode on offense. I mean, this is still a reasonable deficit. I mean, obviously 2-0. But Bice has got to find a way to limit the damage. As you mentioned, I mean, he doesn't need to get down every single batter with like giving up a run. I mean, that's a lot more pressure to be put on him. But you don't want it to get to the point where it's so unmanageable. Bice, first pitch coming against Stinson. That one will get popped into foul territory, and it will be tracked down by Kyle Edwards. And he had to track all the way into the outfield with Logan Amos and Christian Martin. But it will keep the runners stranded with the bases loaded. So they could not get home. Now gets the first out away.
Kyle Ashworth.
And alleviates some of that pressure on Bice.
For
Now,
sure.
now for the River Bandits, Kyle Ashworth had a single in that first inning and was the opening run.
Ashworth from Tucson, California, and attends Long Beach State.
First pitch for Bice. Low and inside for ball number 1. Seems like what we've seen so far is from Christian Gorey for the River Bandits has missed a lot of pitches high, and now we're seeing from Bice missing them down low. And another pitch down low, and it's in the dirt. Nothing too crazy, though. Erickson's able to get the handle on it pretty easily. 2-0 count. 1 out. Bice taking a slower approach now. Wind up coming. That will be fouled away by Ashworth. 2-1 count. Frankie Ritter at first. Justin Walks at second. And Tomas Sanchez at third for the River Bandits. One out away. Bice continues to try to get out of this predicament. 2-1 pitch coming. Pitch down low once again for Bice for ball number 3. Bice has tried to use that breaking ball a little bit in his at-bat. Just has not been able to get a hold of it. Pitch coming now. That one in there for strike number 2.
Great way to battle.
Huge strike there. Could also because Ashworth just wanted to take the pitch and put more pressure on Bice, having to work the full count. Ashworth will call time. Gives Emmett Bice a little bit more time to think. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing for Bice. 3-2 pitch coming. That one will be an RBI walk for Ashworth. It will send Tomas Sanchez home for the 3rd run of the day for the River Bandits. It's just a rough spot right now for Bice.
Yeah, definitely not the spot you want to be in as a pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, bases loaded, and you're kind of struggling to find the strike zone, especially in this inning. You're, just in a tough spot. Up next for the River Bandits will be Renzo Gonzalez, and saw in that second inning, he has the power. He has a little bit of power with him, or not the second inning. Excuse me, the first inning has a little bit of power with him, with that RBI double. In the 3rd inning, though, was a put-out to Gavin Abrams at second base. Pitch coming out will be fouled away. And it puts the count at 1-1. Base is still loaded for the River Bandits. Bice has only gotten 1 out in the top of the 4th. That one will be chopped away and into foul territory for Gonzalez. 1-2 count now for Bison. This is a good spot for him to kind of get a little bit more momentum rolling for him. Ice. And coming outside there for ball number 2.
Bice just needs to find the strike zone again. And in the beginning of the game, I felt he had a good command on the strike zone. It seems that he's having a little bit of trouble now.
I mean, first 5 pitches from him were all strikes, and now since then, I mean, he still has compared to the balls, I mean, he's throwing 43 strikes, 25 balls so far, but still just struggling there. As Gonzalez gets contact on that one, but it will be popped up to Kyle Edwards. Now it's a big out for Emmett Bice now. 2 outs. Runners haven't advanced. I mean, other than that walk, he hasn't surrendered a run yet.
For Woodstock, third baseman number 31, Jack Spike.
Jack Spike comes up to the mound now, comes up to the plate now, the third baseman. First pitch coming. Spike gets good contact on that one, and that's going to roll into left field to Logan Amos. Throws it to the cutoff of Christian Martin, but it does not matter as 2 runs will get home for the River Bandits to now give them 3 runs in the 4th and a 5-0 lead.
Center fielder number 12, Max Galvin.
Good shot there by Spike. I mean, just put in a perfect spot with the 2-run single.
Seems like that pocket is their lucky pocket this game.
Yeah, we see they've tacked that so far in this inning with their 3 runs. And just getting on base. That won't be fouled away for the fans.
That foul ball was sponsored by the Newhouse Company.
With the 2 runs now in, bases are no longer loaded. You got Jack Spike at first, and you got Kyle Ashworth on second. For the River Bandits, 0-1 pitch now coming for Bice, down low, almost in the dirt, 1-1. Max Galvin looking to get on base for the 2nd time today, but that one's in for strike number 2. And he's up against his last strike. One-two pitch, 2 outs for Emmett Bice. Pitch coming, that one outside and away to Max Galvin. Galvin manages to get on base. Up next will be Jacoby Long. 2's across the board. Galvin's shot there, fouled away. Bice already at 75 pitches in only 3 2/3 innings. Pitch coming there is a breaking ball. Galvin gets contact on it, but it will be tracked by Logan Amos for out number 3. Emmett Bice gets out of the inning but allows 3 runs. River Bandits gets the RBI walk and a 2-run single by Jack Spike to put the River Bandits up 5-0. Tom Sox have a lot of work to do. They want to pull this win out by the 7th inning. Tom Sox trail 5-0. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball.
5-1-4.
Welcome back once again with Willie T. Barnett Field. Tom Sox to this one trail 5-0 to the Woodstock River Bandits. Tom Sox currently in our three-way tie for first place in the South Division, and they need a win here. They want to stay at the top. We'll go through the scores a little later to see how the Harrisburg Turks and the Waynesboro Generals are doing in their games tonight. But for now, we're going to go back to this game. Calvin Alexander will be at the plate. Alexander's been one of the hottest hitters for the Sox. 3 straight games with a home run. And he's got his hot streak started during that Strasburg doubleheader when he went 4 for 7 in total. First pitch there for Gordon is high. For ball number 1. Alexander now looks at Gordon's pitch as it goes by. Breaking ball, but it is in for strike number 1. Tom Sox still operating on 1 hit to the day. They had the 1 walk by Logan Amos as well, and that's been it. Another good breaking ball by Gordon. Hits the outside corner, the lower corner for strike number 2. Gordon working quick still. Be fouled away by Alexander.
Definitely not a time to be looking at pitches either. I think they should all be trying to chip away.
Alexander there, that's going to be a chopper, but it will roll foul. Alexander will have to take a little walk back to home plate to bat once again. I mean, Gordon on the day has just been working these Sox, only allowing the 1 hit, as mentioned, and 4 strikeouts to 1 walk. I mean, we saw it in the 1-0 shutout. He didn't pitch a full game, but he pitched almost 6 innings worth, and he just dominated a lot with the Tom Sox, a lot of the Tom Sox offense. And it seems to translate it into this one with a 5-0 lead. 1-2 pitch coming for Gordon. That one is high.
At least so far that I've seen in the Valley League, I would consider Gordon to be one of the better pitchers.
That 2-2 pitch there is going to be shot up into center field, but will be handled by Max Galvin. Calvin Alexander will have to walk back to the Tom Sox dugout. Now up to the plate will be Logan Amos.
Fielder number 32, Logan Amos.
Out of VCU, playing left field today. On a day, Logan Amos is 0 for 0 still because of the walk. I mean, Gordon has just worked through this lineup so much that, I mean, he's the 4th batter up. But, I mean, we've only seen him 1 time. He works quickly, up 0-2 already.
Seeing this pattern with Valley League pitchers, pitch pretty quickly.
0-2 pitch now. He went 2 fastballs. That one, though, that fastball will be outside for ball number 1. 1-2 count. Gordon still working fast. 1-2 pitch coming. That one, good breaking ball there. Amos swings through it for strike number 3. Gordon's 5th K of the day.
Tom Sox, the shortstop, number 13, Kyle
Still,
Edwards.
Tom Sox looking for just something on offense. Kyle Edwards, the shortstop, comes back up. The 1 hit on the day came from him. It was a good little single that rolled through the infield and into the outfield. But I mean, right now, Christian Gordon has just been working. That pitch there, though, is high for ball number 1. 1-0 pitch for Gordon. That one's coming. It will be popped by Edwards. He's frustrated with that one. And it will be handled by the shortstop, Frankie Ritter. For out number 3, Christian Gordon is just working through this Tom Sox batting order. We're through 4 innings. Tom Sox only have 1 hit, and they're down 5-0 to the North Division leaders, the Woodstock River Bandits. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball. Welcome back to Willie T. Burnett Field. Tom Sox still working with Emmett Bice on the mound. They still trail this one though, 5-0. There appears to be some pitchers standing up in the bullpen. Not sure how much they're actually warming up
Second baseman number
for the
20,
Sox.
Jacoby Long.
But for the River Bandits, Jacoby Long will start the top of the 5th inning. River Bandits have a 5-0 cushion. First pitch for Bice down low for ball number 1. Again, I mean, Bice has just missed a lot of pitches in or close to the dirt today as of late. Jacoby Long takes that one. Good contact there into left field. It's going to hit the bottom of the fence. Aim is unable to make the play. Throws the relay to Kyle Edwards, but does not matter. Jacoby Long is in there for a stand-up double. I mean, a good shot already to start the top of the 5th for him. I mean, the River Bandits have worked greatly in those leadoff hits.
Really thought that one might have gone out, but it was just short enough to hit the wall.
Very good contact there by Long. Only has 1 homer in a year, not really known as a power hitter. I mean, only has 7 at-bats, so not really a huge sample size, but a huge hit for him nonetheless. Up to the plate now for the River Bandits will be Tomas Sanchez. Speaking of power hitters, I mean, he had the home run in the 2nd inning. Also can steal some bases, as we saw, able to steal 2nd and 3rd. And the 3-run 4th inning. First pitch there, though, looked like it might have been foul-tipped. Either way, Sanchez swings through it for strike number 1. Bice now looks back at Long. Here comes the pitch. That one a little bit too inside. Sanchez has to lean back for ball number 1. Sanchez on the day. He's led off in both innings, but he's 2 for 2 with the double and in last inning, and then a home run. And again, good contact into left field, and that's his 2nd homer of the day. Good shot there by Sanchez. I mean, a double in the last inning and then 2 homers now for him. He's just having a great day.
And that went out of the park fast. That was hard hit. It didn't stay in the air that long. Great day for Sanchez.
It's just a lot of power there. I mean, from the get-go, I mean, I waited, but you could kind of tell it couldn't stay in the field. Now 7-0 lead for the River Bandits.
I mean, it makes sense that they're at the top of the North Division right now. I mean, defense, solid. Offense, solid. If you have both, kind of makes sense.
Justin walks the catcher at the plate now to face Emmett Bice. Sanchez now 3 for 3 on the day with 3 RBIs. And he has scored every time he's been on base. I mean, 2 of those times he just trotted around all bases anyway, but walks there. That one's fouled away. It's 1-2 now for Bice. He's working quick once again. Bice, 1-2 pitch coming. Walks, gets contact there. Will be hit directly to Carter Cunningham. He will just step on the bag for the 2nd out. The 1st out, excuse me.
Batting for Woodstock, the shortstop number 7, Frankie Ritter.
Frankie Ritter, the 9-hole hitter. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did anyway. Fine by me. Up to the plate. 1 out for Emmett Bice. Bice there. That one's fouled away. Hits the top of the fence behind home plate. Ritter on the day, 0 for 1, had the walk earlier in this one. In the 4th inning. But that one for Bice. In for strike number 2. Does not seem to be walking Ritter for the 2nd straight time right now. Bice working quick again. 0-2 pitch. Good contact again into left field, but it will be easily handled by Logan Amos out there for a 2nd out. Getting Frankie Ritter out once again for an 0 for 2 day for him.
Batting for
And
Woodstock,
the River
left
Bandits
fielder
will
number 6,
come back
RJ
up
Stinson.
to the top of their batting order with RJ Stinson.
Left field is popular for the River Bandits tonight.
Yeah, especially as of late. They, like, as you mentioned, they target that area with their contact earlier, and they continue to do that. Sets in there, though, that'll be ball number 1. As Bice's pitch high and inside. Stetson there, though, gets contact again and to left field. But this one will once again be handled by Logan Amos for out number 3. A quick inning there, but River Bandits still scored 2 runs off day. Tomas Sanchez, second homer of the day. River Bandits now lead this one 7-0 over the Sox. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball.
All right, fans, just because.
Welcome back once again, Willie T. Barnett Field. Christian Gordon for the Woodstock River Bandits still on the mound, and he has had a great day against these Tom Sox batters. I mean, it's evident by the 7-0 lead on the scoreboard. But he struck out 5 batters and only giving up 1 hit and 1 walk. Both of those coming in the second inning. Other than that, he's been rolling. First pitch to Matthew Pervesk. It's a curveball, but it will be outside for ball number 1. Gordon now continues to work quick. Pervesk gets good contact there, going into left field, but will be handled by R.J. Stinson for out number 1. Up next for the Tom Sox will be the catcher, Nicholas Erickson. Tom Sox still looking to generate some sort of offense. I guess Christian Gordon, who's just had a great game in their first meeting and is again having another one. Nick Erickson takes the first pitch, but will be fouled back for strike number 1 nonetheless.
I think what the Tom Sox need to do at the plate right now is just be patient, not try and, knock one out of the park. I think they just need to start chipping away, get on base, and hopefully advance.
Chris Gordon now. That pitch will be once again fouled by Nicholas Erickson, but it will exit the field.
Was sponsored by A&M Maintenance Crew.
Now you mentioned taking the pitches for the Tom Sox, but I mean, Christian Gordon, nonetheless, has just been working very well for the River Bandits. It's been hard to really slow down. 0-2 for Gordon, and that's going to be a swing and a miss by Erickson. 6th strikeout of the day for Gordon. And he just continues to have a great start against Tom Sox.
Garrett Spikes.
Garrett Spikes, the designated hitter for the Sox, up once again. First pitch for Gordon will be foul tipped by Spikes, but it will be strike number 1. Surprisingly for the River Bandits, if you take a look at their bullpen, they do have a pitcher warming up, despite the great day that Christian Gordon has had. That pitch there is high, probably getting a bit too close to his pitch count. And also for the Tom Sox, they also have a pitcher warming up, so we might see some new pitchers in the very near future for both teams. Spikes looks at that pitch for a ball number 2. Count goes to 2-1. Gordon so far has 2 away. Trying to get the third against Garrett Spikes. Spikes there, swings through it. Strike number 2, another good pitch there. Good off-speed pitch by Gordon. Throws Spikes off. 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gordon, that pitch there is going to get through for Garrett Spikes. A good contact there. Rolls past the second baseman, Jacoby Long, and into the right field for his 2-out single. Second baseman Gavin Abrams comes up to the plate now. Struck out in his only appearance on the day. Gordon looks at Spikes. Pitch coming. It's going to be Abrams going to make contact into it, but it will be handled by the left fielder R.J. Stinson for out number 3. Again, Tom Sox unable to generate any sort of offense other than the Garrett Spikes single. But on the scoreboard does not matter. River Bandits lead this one 7-0. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball. Welcome back to Tom Sox Baseball at Willie T. Barnett Field. We're going to start this off by just going over some of the scores around the Valley Baseball League. Let's save the best for last. We're going to start with a North Division matchup between the Percival Cannons and the Winchester Royals. A 14-13 game there. Had to start at noon. And I know up at Winchester it was not the coolest thing in the world with the temperature north of 90 degrees. It was a 4-hour game for them. The Royals had to also play today, and they're in the midst of that one against the Front Royal Cardinals, who are on the 8-game losing streak. They currently trail to the Cardinals 10-6 as they look to end that losing streak. The Strasburg Express currently lead to Newmarket Rebels 3-1, and the scores you've been waiting for. And the South Division, the Stanton Braves are currently tied with the Harrisonburg Turks 0-0. 2 hits for the Braves and 1 hit for the Turks through 3 innings as they enter the top of the 4th in that one. Not a lot of offense generated in that one. And then in Waynesboro, the Generals take on the Covington Lumberjacks, and the Lumberjacks lead that one 4-2 after a 4-run 3rd inning.
Designated hitter number 5, Kyle
So
Ashworth.
right now the Tom Sox aren't looking too good, but they still have a shot to maybe stay at the top of the division. For the Tom Sox, a pitching change for them as Tyler McLaughlin is on the mound, as his warm-up pitches are complete. And the first pitch there, inside to Kyle Ashworth. McLaughlin working quick, fouled away by Ashworth. I mean, you touched on it earlier. I mean, it seems like in Valley Baseball League, there's a good amount of pitchers that work a lot faster than you would really expect from them.
Yeah, I find it interesting because wouldn't you want to like regroup for a sec?
For sure. And then out 1-1 pitch in there for McLaughlin. 1-2 count now. Here comes the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Ashworth fouls that one away. To keep the count 1-2. McLaughlin. Pitch coming now. Fouled once again. Fouled again once for Ashworth. 1-2 pitch coming. Breaking ball there. Fouled away. Again. Now they're going to switch balls. As that one rolls towards the River Bandit dugout. For the River Bandits, they have one of the top managers in the Valley Baseball League, Mike Bocock, who's part of that 2018 Valley Baseball League inaugural Hall of Fame class. Has 7 championships and 13 appearances. And he has won titles with 5 different teams. Ashworth, once again, fouls it away. Count stays at 1-2. McLaughlin looking to get out of this at bat. And he will with the off-speed pitch. Ashworth swings through that one for strike number 3. And the first out of the inning.
That was a great way to start that inning.
Yeah, it's a good way to get his confidence going early in his at bat or in his day. Renzo Gonzalez, the first baseman for the River Bandits, comes up now. RBI double in the first inning. McLaughlin there, fastball in for strike number 1.
McLaughlin is from Emory University and resides in Milton, Georgia.
Second pitch coming now. Foul chopper by Gonzalez. 0-2 count now for McLaughlin. Two pitch coming now. Gonzalez fouls that one away to extend his at bat. So 2 pitch coming now. Will be chopped to Gavin Abrams. Throw on just in time there. It was a lot closer than I think the Tom Sox would have liked from Gonzalez. By the way, Gonzalez will be out for the second out for the River Bandits.
Batting for Woodstock, third baseman number 31, Jack Spike.
Jack Spike comes on now. In the 4th inning, he had a single into left field that scored 2 runs. 2 to 3 runs for the River Bandits. Spike swings through a heater from McLaughlin. A good pitch there for strike number 1. Second pitch coming already. Another heater in a similar spot. Spike already down 0-2, just like that.
Sorry, definitely the way to turn around from the past few innings.
McLaughlin now takes its second off the mound. 0-2 count coming. Another fastball. That time, though, Spike will make contact, but the ball will go backwards for the foul. Pitch coming again. That one inside knocked Spike off his. Knocked him off his feet. Another heater by McLaughlin. We're just seeing him throw straight heat right now. Another pitch coming. Fouled away by Spike. Only really seen McLaughlin take multiple seconds to really think about what he's going to throw one time in his at bat. He's working very quick. Pitch coming again. Spike swings through that one. Just like that, Spike comes up. He goes down for strike number 3. Tom Sox get out of that inning without allowing a run. Only the second inning that they've done that. They still trail this one, though, 7-0 to the Woodstock River Bandits, still looking to get offense. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball. Welcome back again to Willie T. Barnett Field. The Woodstock River Bandits lead this one 7-0. Tom Sox still looking to generate some offense. Hunter Smith will replace Christian Gordon on the mound. I mean, this is a similar situation in the first game of the doubleheader. Hunter Smith ended the day for Christian Gordon in that first one, in that first doubleheader. So, I mean, they both had a lot of success against those Tom Sox first time around.
Yeah, for sure. He had 1 strikeout, 2 walks. He was only in for about an inning, and he wound up with the win for that game.
Yeah, he definitely had to come. Didn't have to go out there for long with Gordon pitching the way he was, and then again he's in a similar situation as Gordon pitched very well.
Smith from Morton County Junior College and resides in Spring, Texas.
Brody Moss comes in to pitch hit for Christian Martin, and Smith already thrown 2 pitches in this at bat. 1-1 count now to Brody Moss. That pitch there was a check swing by Brody Moss. Third base ump says he did not go. Will be 2-1 count now for Moss. Hunter Smith, one of the better arms in the bullpen for the River Bandits. That one in there for strike number 2. Only given up, has a .79 ERA on the year, has 2 saves. Can also hit a little bit, batting .250 on the year. A little bit of a versatile utility player for the River Bandits. That pitch there, down low in the dirt for Smith. Full count now. .3-2 pitch on the way for Smith. Brody Moss gets good contact on that one. And that will roll to the right fielder, Tomas Sanchez. Brody Moss is in with a leadoff single. Up next for the Tom Sox will be Carter Cunningham, who we've talked about before, has had a very good season with the Tom Sox. One of the top batters, able to get the contact and able to get some power sometimes. If you want to generate some offense with him, here's your opportunity. First pitch there for Smith is a fastball in for strike number 1. Smith now into the windup. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball there by him.
Seems like the River Bandits bullpen is definitely very strong.
Also seems like they're warming up another arm, maybe just in case something drastic happens to Smith. 0-2 count either way for Smith. We chopped into foul territory, into the Tom Sox dugout.
Cunningham with the highest batting average for the Sox currently.
0-2 count now for Smith coming. That one's really inside. Cunningham has to dodge out the way for ball number 1. Brody Moss on first after coming in to pinch hit for Christian Martin with the single. Cunningham now down 1-2 in this pitch count. A breaking ball curls in for Smith. A good pitch there, and that's going to send Cunningham back to the dugout. That one looked like it had no chance to be a strike. And just the kind of bend it had by Smith, he was able to get strike number 3. Calvin Alexander now up for the Sox, trying to just get something else going. They get the 1 hit, but they haven't been able to do much more. Pitch there for Smith is a fastball. Justin walks, almost not able to handle it as it was down low. But he does nonetheless. 1-0 pitch for Smith. That one, that's in the dirt. He will not handle that one, and Brody Moss will take second base. And now it will be a 2-0 count for Hunter Smith. 2 pitches there, both low, and both could have been a lot worse than what they actually were. but nonetheless, Brody Moss now standing on second base.
Smart move by Brody to take advantage of that.
Hunter Smith losing some of his control that we saw against Brody Moss. With the fastball and the curveball. 2-0 count. That one's high. 3-0 count for Calvin Alexander. Still looking to get on base for the first time today for him. And he's running out of time for it. 3-0 pitch incoming. That one will be ball four. Fastball misses just a tad outside for Smith. Now you got runners on first and second. With Logan Amos now coming up to the plate.
32, Logan Amos.
Amos has had a lot of work out of left field, similar to R.J. Stinson for the Woodstock River Bandits. We've just seen a lot of balls go into the outfield. Now Amos looking to turn his defensive efforts into some offense. As Smith pitch misses outside for ball number one. Pitch now incoming. Logan Amos gets good contact on, not really as good as I thought actually.
Yeah.
Drops down to second base, Jacoby Long.
Kind of hung in the air a little bit there.
Yeah, kind of like dropped down into the field.
Will
Will be easily handled by Jacoby Long for out number 2.
Kyle Edwards.
Kyle Edwards once again makes his walk to the plate. Had a hit earlier for the Sox. His hit was one of the only ones for a while before Garrett Spikes was able to get a single, and then now Brody Moss in this half inning. Smith looks back to Brody Moss. First pitch there. Kyle Edwards swings through that one, almost losing his grip on the bat as he puts his hand in the dirt trying to get some more grip.
He's also not wearing batting gloves.
Yeah, obviously right there when you're almost losing the grip of the bat. Some people say without the gloves you have better control over it. Some others say the opposite. So just a feel thing.
Personal preference.
Edwards there fouls the ball out. Fouls the ball back towards press box, but we are protected by the fence. So we are okay. 0-2 pitch for Smith now, 2 outs. Looking to get out of his inning with 2 runners on base. 1 runner in scoring position. 0-2 pitch coming now. That one, ump's gonna ring up Kyle Edwards. Edwards didn't really like the call there. Does not matter though. Hunter Smith gets a strikeout to end the inning. The shutout still remains for the River Bandits. They lead this one 7-0 as we enter the final stretch of this game. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball.
playing third base for your Tom
Well,
Sox.
the Tom Sox have thrown
Spikes.
another curveball for a second straight day. Yesterday it was Garrett Spikes on the mound who got the win. And now we saw Brody Moss come in to pinch hit. He's been moved to shortstop. Garrett Spikes has been moved from DH to third base. And that means Kyle Edwards is now on the mound for the Tom Sox. Sox trailing this one 7-0. Kyle Edwards, here comes his first pitch. Does have a little speed to him, though. That one's in for strike number 1. We've seen a lot of teams as of late use more position players as they try to save their arms for the playoffs. Another fastball in for strike number 2 for Edwards.
Impressive. No, yeah, it seems like they're trying to save a lot of our pitchers' arms. Oh.
Edwards gets strike number 3 as he gets Max Galvin, one of the top hitters for the River Bandits, swinging for strike number 3.
Hey, we were saying how Kyle Edwards, he always pulls through, always performs. That's what he needs to do. He's doing it right now.
Usually that's on the offensive side. He can make some defensive plays, but now he's bringing in the heat as a pitcher. Jacoby Long now up to plate. He will take that first pitch for ball number 1. Edwards working again. That one outside. Ball number 2. But yeah, as mentioned, a lot of teams they're using more position players. We saw in a doubleheader yesterday against Turks. They used 2 catchers. As that pitch there, the chopper. It's back to Edwards. But they will replay that. Looked like it might have bounced off Jacoby Long. I mean, we've seen for the Tom Sox and Riverbands, they've both made transactions for pitchers, trying to get more arms. For the Riverbands, they added Tanner Buchanan and John Snyder. And then for the Tom Sox, they added Lucas Cash and Shane Stossel to their teams, trying to just get extra guys in that bullpen because of the limited pitch count they can throw. Kyle Edwards now down to count 3-1 after that ball. That one there. Jacoby Long's going to get contact, but it will be handled in right field by Calvin Alexander. And up next, Kyle Edwards will probably face his biggest challenge so far with Tomas Sanchez now to play. Has hit 2 homers. Also hit a double. 3 for 3 on the day. I mean, Sanchez has just been hot for the River Bandits. First pitch for Edwards. Down low for ball number 1. One 0 count now for Edwards. That one.
Guess that's going to be a foul.
Looks like it almost hit the hands of Sanchez, but he check swung. And because of that, it jammed him. And it's going to be foul tipped. So it will be a 1-1 count now for Edwards. And that fastball is in for strike number 2. Edwards now has to just get a 1-2-3 inning. It'll be fouled away by Sanchez. He will stay alive. And that's at bat.
Edwards seems pretty comfortable on the mound. Not too shaken up.
Surprisingly. I mean, he's thrown a lot of good pitches so far. I mean, we know he has the arm from his time at shortstop, but on the mound is a completely different story. And he throws a little curveball there. Doesn't get the break that he probably wanted.
Trying to get fancy on us now.
Now a 2-2 count. Just a little bit high there. That one, fastball. It goes back to the fastball. It's in the dirt. Full count now. We now know Edwards has his repertoire a fastball and a curveball. See what this pitch is going to be. Will be a fastball. He will get Tomas Sanchez swinging. for strike number 3, Kyle Edwards with 2 strikeouts and a 1-2-3 inning. What a surprising display from the mound for the typical shortstop. Either way, though, I hate to ruin the fun, but the Tom Sox still trail in this one 7-0 as they enter their last chance in the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball. We now enter the bottom of the 7th inning because this is a reschedule of that doubleheader. This will still be 7 innings. So the Tom Sox, this will be their last chance to put runs up on the board. Trailing now 7-0. For the River Bandits, Hunter Smith day already ends after pitching 1 inning, and they will turn to Jake Glenn, the pitcher out of South Alabama.
Tom Sox, center fielder number 29, Matthew Prevesk.
Last time he was out, he was July 18th against the Newmarket Rebels in their 4-3 win. He got the save in that one, striking out 1 batter. For the Tom Sox, they will rely on Matthew Prevesk, Nicholas Erickson, and Garrett Spikes to extend this inning. Neither one of those guys are able to get a hit. That will be the end of the night for the Tom Sox. Glenn now gets ready for his first pitch of the night. Fastball down low.
Glenn is from University of South Alabama, resides in Summerville, Alabama.
1-0 pitch to Matthew Prevesk. That one's in it for strike number 1. Prevesk on today. He had a fly out and a strikeout. And he will swing through that one for strike number 2. Sox still looking to generate some sort of offense. Only 3 hits today. That pitch there. Good contact, Matthew Prevesk. It will roll between the third baseman and shortstop and into the outfield for a leadoff single in the bottom of the 7th.
Batting for your Tom
4th
Sox,
hit of the day for the Sox.
Nick Erickson.
Catcher Nicholas Erickson now comes up to the plate. 2 appearances for him. He's been down on strikes both of those times. As the River Bandits pitching has just been hot. 8 strikeouts on the day. That pitch by Glenn will roll to the third baseman. And will they turn to? No, they will not. Looked like Jacoby Long didn't really get his footing there to really make a play, to make the throw to Renzo Gonzalez at first.
Number 33, Garrett Spikes.
So Nicholas Erickson will reach on base on the fielder's choice. Garrett Spikes now comes at the bat. He has 1 of those 4 hits on the day. 1 out for the Sox. Spikes there. That one's going to shoot up in the sky. It looks like they lost it. It was a very high shot. And will he call him safe?
He was out.
They did call him out. They did call Nicholas Erickson out at second. I mean, he was waiting because he didn't want to get tagged up. Just a high, it was just a high moon shot. I mean, so the moon, it just went straight up into the sky for Spikes, and the outfielders no fielder was able to really get a look at it. And it did drop, but Erickson was not ready because it was such a short fly.
University, number 16, Braden Halliday.
Braden Halliday, normal pitcher, up at bat. Never seen him bat before.
Yeah, he comes in for Gavin Abrams. He will take ball number 1. And he's switching. He's switching. Switching boxes now. Was in a left-handed batter's box, or left-handed batter's box. Now he's in the right-handed batter's box for a 1-0 pitch. That one's in for strike 1.
Looked like he wanted that one too, but held back.
Take a step out now. 1-1 pitch for Jacob Glenn. Tom Sox up to their last out. That pitch low. Halliday now 2-1. Looks like he also changed up his batting stance a little bit.
Yeah. The dugout cheering him on.
We saw a position player on the mound last happening, and Kyle Edwards, and now we're seeing a pitcher in the batter's box, Braden Halliday. That one's in for strike number 2. Does not sound like the dugout of Tom Sox like that one. Two count, 2 outs. Halliday, the game is on his back, and he will swing through that one. Good heat by Jacob Glenn, and that will end the game for the Tom Sox. They will lose this one 7-0. It will end their 6-game win streak. They fall to the Woodstock River Bandits. I mean, this was a big game for Sox, you know, being in that 3-way tie. Not able to get the win. Based on some of the scores we mentioned earlier, they still have a shot to still remain in first. But I mean, other than that, I mean, Tom Sox offense wasn't getting going as much as they thought they would tonight.
No, there wasn't much Tom Sox offense at all this game. Definitely a big contrast to the last few games that we've seen. Seems like they just couldn't get the bats going tonight. The River Bandits, excuse me. Christian Gordon, I think, is the story of tonight. He really just was owning that mound, you know, declaring his dominance on the mound. I really think that he is a big reason for this turnout.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he pitched just great in his 5 innings, striking out 6 batters, only gave up 2 hits. And he didn't give up a run. I mean, none of the pitchers did, really. I mean, Christian Gordon, Hunter Smith, Jacob Glenn, they just threw a bunch of heat, and they just kept getting those outs against Tom Sox. They weren't able to get anything going. Also, I mean, they struck out 8 batters total, only walked 2, didn't give the Sox a chance to get on base. It did Tomas Sanchez, the right fielder, hitting 2 homers and getting that RBI and getting a double. Finishing the day with 3 RBIs. I mean, he was huge as well for the River Bandits to get the win. Other than that, though, I mean, like I said, Sanchez is just a big hitter for this team. And we talked about him before, leading the team in homers and RBIs. Tom Sox Day ends. The River Bandits' next 3 games will be their last 3. They will take on the Winchester Royals tomorrow in a doubleheader that will start at 4 p.m. in Woodstock at Central High School. And then they will end the game they will end their regular season against the Stroudsburg Express on Sunday at 7 p.m. again at Central High School. And looking towards what the Sox have, they have a game against at Covington against the Lumberjacks at 7 p.m. And then they will end the day with an interesting doubleheader. They will play Waynesboro here in Charlottesville with game 1 set to start at 1 p.m. They will end that doubleheader in Waynesboro on the road. Tom Sox are away right now. We don't really know what the results will be because this game ended short. But as of now, the Tom Sox trail the Waynesboro Generals and the Harrisonburg Turks. That's all we've got for you guys tonight. I'm Tucker Myers, and for Desi Sanchez, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been Tom Sox Baseball.